My name is Christopher Satch, and I am a plant scientist and instructor at the New York Botanical Gardens, and I'm also a guy who grows orchids on Instagram. I actually wasn't interested in orchids in the beginning, really. I, like everyone else, thought that they were just these kind of boring, like white flowers that you see at the supermarket and Home Depot. And it wasn't until my friend in grad school, he took me to the floriculture greenhouse, and he showed me, really what orchids actually are and how diverse the orchid family is. I was just blown away by like the colors and the fragrances. And for me, like a flower not having a fragrance is kind of like unappealing, but when I smelled my first Cattleya orchid, that's when I knew I was hooked. I think what interests me the most about orchids is the diversity of the orchid family. Any color you want, they make it. Any size you want, they are that size. Any shape, pattern, whatever you can think of. And they come from all different environments around the world. They live on all the continents that are habitable. And there are bright light orchids, there are low light orchids, there are orchids that want shade, there are orchids that want to be wet, some want to be dry. So no matter what kind of living situation you have, there's an orchid for you, and I've always found orchids for my living situation. What I like about the challenge of orchids is the fact that they're so diverse that you can have any space. You can have a bright space, a dark space, north-facing windows, bright sunny south-facing windows, and there is an orchid that you can put in that environment. Not to mention that there's just so many species to try out. There's always something new. There's always something exciting, like, oh, I haven't grown that one before. And some people, they prefer to collect fragrant orchids. I'm a fragrant orchid collector because some of those orchids are used in perfumes, like designer perfumes and colognes. Some people collect orchids from a certain region, and you can go on and on and on. And at some point, it becomes like a collector's thing. So it's really cool. I like the challenges of growing different plants. And so for orchids, what I really like, and I particularly collect fragrant orchids. It's really fun, collecting those orchids that are used in those perfume extracts and then just saying, this is the plant. And like, what's cooler than saying like, this is the plant that makes this awesome thing? I think for me, behind my orchid passion, or what makes me the most passionate about orchids, is the fact that they have it all. They're not that hard to bloom. Any place in your home that has a window, you can grow them in. If you have enough of them, you can actually have an orchid in bloom at every single time of the year. So, if you choose to do that, it's something you can do.